And the other benefit, I think, is that at least some of them, they go on partially, like 25, 50, 75%, based on how,
Yeah, how
there's a
cool
little
the
more
room is.
efficiency there, but also safety because they never get super hot like the ones
Exactly,
with these
yeah.
things have.
They will regulate heat.
And in terms of the insulation?
In terms of the insulation, they have gone completely floor to ceiling. I like that. That's what we like to see. It is rated at an R12 right now, which is halfway to what we're looking for.
Okay.
No, I don't expect you to tear down your basement and redo it all. We are going to take it at face value for what it is. But if you do choose to rip it down, there is going to be about a $1,000 grant to upgrade this to R23.
Would that be using a rigid or a spray?
We don't care how it's insulated. You could fur this out, put 2x6 wall in, and put R24 into that wall. You could have it, these 2x4s that are on the wall, spray foamed. 3.5 inches of spray foam is that R24. You could pull this wall away, put another R12 in behind this wall, and leave that R12 that's in it.
Wow. Okay.
Typically, we don't care how you get there. We just care that you did get there.
Okay. And the headers?
Header space above.
They're not insulated.
We note that they're not insulated. There is $200 grant for that to bring those up to R20 as well as seal them.
R20.
R20. Now we have to take into consideration that wood does have a certain R value to it.
Okay.
1 inch of wood is equivalent to about 1 R. That is what an R is rated at.
Oh, okay.
So 1 inch of wood is 1 R, so that's why they only require R20 in the headers.
So I was thinking I would put a layer of pink there.
Sure.
That would be enough though, would it?
A 6-inch bat is R20. Standard, yeah. And I mean, that's going to bring it out pretty much even with your wall right now. But we do have to go one step further. You're going to take this vapor barrier that's there, cut it along the joints, and have it go right up inside and seal that header off. The grant is for 100% of the header space, so we do need the whole place.
Well, the insulation of the wall, if I didn't have part of it done, is partly based on percentages.
Yep,
right?
it is.
If you have a half a basement done.
Absolutely. Now,
a downstairs hallway here. Garage there and outside.
Yeah. Now this is, although there is a garage on the other side of this wall, it is considered an exterior wall. So if it isn't properly insulated, you're going to lose a lot of heat. Wooden door here, wooden hollow core door. Considered an exterior door, it is going into a cold space that you're not heating, so it is something that you're going to want to address. Now there is grant money.
Exterior door. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to want a Energy Star rated exterior door. Again, we don't care where it came from, who bought it, who put it in.
Okay.
Could fall off a truck in front of your house and you put it in. Great, as long as it's Energy Star when we come back for a second visit, you're going to get the grant. Here, this is considered exterior wall, so that's going to be part of the basement insulation.
So if there's paint in between studs here, I can still get a grant if I improve.
If you improve it. The wall itself seems to be an R6 or R20, so I mean, yeah, I think it actually is. Take a quick look to be sure. Yeah, it's definitely R20. Interesting.
Okay. Hills. I guess because of the garage, there's house above the garage.
Yes.
That's an exposed floor, that ceiling.
It is considered an exposed floor. Now,
Well,
judging on what you told me when the house was built, I mean, we are going to pull down some insulation here in a minute to see what's in there for insulation.
yeah, this is 1980 edition.
I would have to assume there's R12 up there, but we will confirm that. There is a grant to up the value of that insulation by R20. So I mean, whether you tear all the drywall down and put up, I mean, these are strictly recommendations, but it is going to greater the efficiency of your home.
Okay.
Which is what we're all looking towards.
So you're just probing the insulation on this exterior plug?
Yeah. Now what we're looking for insulation type, which that way it'll tell us an R value for the wall. Now, so I pulled off the cover here, which already has the foam gasket on it, which are great. They do stop a lot of air from traveling around the plug. We'll get back to that with the air seal again. Now, probing around the outside of this plug here, would you believe me if I told you there's no insulation in the walls?
No insulation?
No, nothing.
Oh gosh.
Not an uncommon practice of the age of this portion of the house. What happened with a lot of them, they have 2x4s, solid wood on both sides. Now the theory behind that was it created like a thermal unit, more or less like a window. Effective, not really, but
Okay.
so your walls all are hollow.
So
in
there's
the
brick
section
and then a frame and then plaster. And
yes, and that's
nothing.
it. So there is there are several ways to go about rectifying that problem, which
Is there ways? Yeah.
is gonna qualify you for money.
Oh. You can get some of the spray in between each
Yeah.
2x.
It is a little bit on the messy side. Being your brick outside, they can't very well punch hole in the brick. They can drill holes in between each stud and fill them with spray foam.
Really?
They can blow insulation in, whether it be fiberglass or cellulose or that type of deal. All of which have their benefits as well as their downsides.
Good to know I can do something about it at least.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is going to qualify for money.
Okay.
That again is prorated, so I mean, we know how many feet of exterior wall are the old part of the house versus the newer sections. So upgrading those parts by at least R9 is going to qualify you for up to $3,000 to upgrade the exterior wall insulation in the house.
Okay.
So.
Great. So you lived in the attic?
Yeah, we've been up in the attic now. There is a R12 or less up there, which is going to, that's going to allow you to get the most benefit out of the grant. It will apply you for $1,200 to bring that up to R50. Now, you can rent the machine, blow it in yourself. You can have a contractor come in and blow it. You can buy bats and bat the installation. We don't care how it's done. Again, we're just looking for that R50 rating. Proof is the big key. We do need you to take a couple of pictures, put a measuring tape down through so we can see thickness of material. Take a picture
After
of
it's
that.
done?
Yeah. We have befores. I need you to take afters. And then you can actually go and seal that attic hatch to keep air from traveling up through there. And again, when we come back to the air test, I'll show you the actual air leakage that comes around your attic hatch.